Long waits for hunters across the state today, in person and online, as the Pennsylvania Game Commission's new deer licensing system had its first big test. Thanks for joining us tonight for Fox 43 News at 10. I'm Evan Forrester. This is the first day hunters can get both their new licenses and doe tags. Fox 43's Marshall Keeley explains the major change this year and why it's causing some headaches.
A major change to deer licensing is frustrating Pennsylvania hunters.
I don't know why they switched.
New laws meant general deer licenses and antlerless licenses were available at the same time and in the same places, leading to a mad rush online and in stores.
I know someone who's 30,000 people in the hole trying to get his online, so that's why I came to stand in line here.
Before this year, only county treasurers could sell an antlerless license. Now they're available on the PA Game Commission website and at select stores. No matter which method they chose, hunters ran into trouble. The Game Commission says its website slowed down for an hour and a half. Many visitors saw a screen like this one, showing tens of thousands of people ahead of them in line.
I think that they drastically underestimated how many people would hit the system, how long these lines would take. You know, there's people posting on social media stuff, 4 or 5 hour lines at Bass Pros and Walmarts.
We do apologize for that inconvenience, but I do think that on the whole, we've seen what was expected out of this new system.
PA Game Commission spokesperson Travis Lau says the state anticipated a surge as hunters tried to buy the limited number of doe licenses available.
There's no guarantee that if you wait, you'll end up with the license that you're seeking. So, you know, we've instructed hunters to do as they see fit, to buy a license at the time they see is best for them. I think that a lot of those hunters showed us today, they thought it was best to get in early.
If you want to hunt and get your license, you got to do it.
The PA Game Commission spokesperson told us the numbers on the license webpage can be misleading and the experience is different for every customer. He claimed that some people in his office were told they were number 10,000 in line, only to be granted a license minutes later. That's not consistent with our experience today. Some here at the station were told they were more than 100,000 people, or there were more than 100,000 ahead of them, and they waited hours to get into the site. Evan here was one of them.
Yeah, some people at the station, including me. So I went on at 2 o'clock this afternoon. At the time, I was number 121,390 with 105,000 ahead of me. So with all due respect to the folks at the Game Commission, it took 7 hours and 15 minutes to finally get through and get the license. So question now is what folks are still waiting. What's the Game Commission saying about how long this is going to take?
Right. They say the Game Commission believes that the worst really is over. The spokesperson told us he doesn't know exactly what caused that initial interruption, pointing to a server problem he said has now been resolved. You can still check the number of doe licenses left in your wildlife management unit online. Other than that, though, you just have to wait, Evan.
It's patience, new system. Marshall, thank you so much.